You need to remember that in this life, it's just you against yourself. You should just be aiming to be the best self that you can be. Forget about all the other people. Forget about Instagram. Forget about Twitter. This is a life that is solely about you and how you can improve yourself. What's going on, people? I'm back with another video. Before I start, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and make sure that alarm bell's on so you don't miss any more content. Today's video is going to be about how I feel that social media has been impacting society, especially during a time like COVID. I feel like this year especially, there's been a massive rise in the amount of people that's been using social media, especially since the newcomers TikTok have came in the scene. And worst of all, there's been a massive increase in the duration that people are spending on social media. So in this video, I want to discuss how social media can impact us now and how it can impact us in the future, both the positives and the negatives. Anyways, I'm going to go into a nice little spot right now where I'm going to carry on the video. Catch you in a bit. Jeez, we're out here. It's just nice sometimes to just get out of the usual environment, just get away from the phones, all the electronics, and just be out, literally just be out in all the nature. Because a lot of the time we just get so engrossed into everything and we kind of just get sucked into a fake reality. We just see our phones, we see all the social media, the meme pages, and really and truly none of that actually means anything to us. It's just a bit of entertainment to pass time, but you could be spending that time to really get to know yourself. And a lot of people start to feel lost, because I know a lot of people, when they check their screen time and see how long they're really on social media for, it's not a time that you're going to be proud of. And even myself, I have to hold my hands up, and you've got to take accountability and just realize that you need to be spending more time on improving yourself instead of just watching other people. The first thing that I want to talk about is the mental health issues that social media can bring. So I'm just going to find a seat and I'm going to be back with you. The more you start to spend time alone, the less you're going to see other people's competition, because you're not going to have access to them people that you're always comparing yourself to. Even me now, who is there for me to compare myself to? You need to remember that in this life, it's just you against yourself. You should just be aiming to be the best self that you can be. Forget about all the other people. Forget about Instagram. Forget about Twitter. This is a life that is solely about you and how you can improve yourself. And the sooner that you start to realize that, the more happy you're going to be within yourself, because you're going to appreciate yourself so much and appreciate every unique thing about you. Now that nicely takes me on to my next topic, and that's just how we underestimate the beauties that surround us because we see the best places on Instagram. Now that might be the beaches, nice mountains, but even just simple parks, or even just looking up at the clouds. Like, look now. You might just see clouds, but there's so much out there. It's just all about the perspective that you take of things. I can just look up and just think, wow, this world is just so beautiful. What else is there? I need to go out and explore it. I'm not just going to scroll through my Instagram and see what's the nicest beaches, what's the nicest locations. I want to go out there and see that for myself. I don't want to live off other people's experiences. People are so fixated on the videos that they watch or the pictures that they see, and they end up not doing anything that they actually see out there. These things are real. You can go out there and experience it. I feel like social media just creates a bubble and makes people feel like there's nothing more for them to actually go and see for themselves, because they can just go on their phone and quickly see something. But there's real earth out there that's waiting for you to explore. There's so many beautiful places in this world that we'll just completely disregard, simply because we might be comparing it to other places that we've been before, or even just pictures that we see on Instagram. But you can literally make the best out of a bad situation. It's just the perspective that you take from it. The next topic I want to talk about is the toxic side of social media, especially when listening to the news. How much of it is actually something good? It's always the negative things, especially during COVID. Now, I think this is why there's been so much more suicides taking place, because people are just getting so scared that they don't even want to live anymore. it's always just scapegoating as well, just always about black people, Muslims, giving people a fake reality of them. But when you meet them in person, they're not like that at all. And it shapes people's opinions, and it just creates such a negative environment around everybody. Once it goes through the news, it's the meme pages next. They're reposting these same things, and that's shaping people's minds. And I just wish that with all the influence they had, they started to actually put something that's beneficial to people, that would uplift people. They have the most power. They have like how many millions of followers? They could literally impact the whole world. But instead they just want to scare people even more. It's simple stuff like that that can make the world a better place. And I just wish that these meme pages would be able to see this and see that they have the influence. They have the influence to save lives. They have the influence to make people much happier in life. The next topic I want to talk about is the way that social media impacts the youth. And this is really scary for me because around 5 to 7 years ago, that was when I was in school. And the only way anyone would post is if they've got the best designer clothes, if they're looking at absolute best. And people just stopped having fun with social media. It just turned into a competition. And now, with all the toxic news that's taking place, all of these youth that are using social media now, they're going to be impacted massively because they're going to be having all of these opinions installed into them from young. And now all of these toxic opinions that social media has caused is going to be impacting them from young. Now they're going to be taking these opinions up until their adult ages. Now they might be scapegoating people that simply shouldn't be scapegoated at all. And that's just because of how social media has always been putting these people in a negative light. And it's scary for me to see this because I don't want people having a certain opinion about a certain race, a certain religion, when it's simply not true. You can't be grouping these people into one thing just because of certain individuals' actions. I just really hope that this doesn't last long. But it's just really unfortunate because people don't want to be hearing stuff like this. They don't want to be seeing positive stuff. That's not entertaining. For people, they want to be seeing people get hurt. They want to be seeing the facts. They want to be hearing the gossip. And I just really hope that this changes because I'm scared to see what the future holds. And I've been speaking really badly about social media, but I must admit, I've met so many amazing people through social media, especially since I've been putting myself out there and showing my real self. I've been meeting people where I can really get along with them because at a point, I did feel like I was alone. I did feel like I couldn't really relate to many people. And it just made me realize that even though you're on the other side of the world, you can connect with people so well. Social media is even giving people jobs. People are making millions from it, whether that's from YouTube, Instagram. There's so many opportunities out there. It's just the way that you use it. And I just wish that people were a bit more positive with their content and they just wanted to get themselves out there and actually create change. Because personally, I don't see a point in having followers if you're not trying to make a positive impact in this world. I just want to end this video by saying, make sure when you go through social media, it's positive things that's going through your brain. Because the same way that your belly needs a healthy diet, your brain needs it as well. Otherwise, you're just going to have toxic things going through your mind all the time. And you're not even going to realize it. It will be subconscious. So please just make sure you're taking care of yourself. Because as everybody knows, this year has been very tough. And you're going to need to be mentally strong to get through this. So please just make sure you're feeding your brain with the right energy. And just even once a week, just take a walk. Just explore what's around you. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you like, comment and subscribe. And make sure that alarm bell's on so you don't miss any more content. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one.